Okay, so for this learning objective 2C, state what is meant by uniform acceleration. We've already understood what is uniform acceleration in the previous question. Basically, when the acceleration is constant, basically when the speed is increasing at a constant rate, right? So for that, we're not going to go too much into that. Calculate the value of an acceleration using change in velocity over time taken, right? So you should be able to calculate. You should be able to know that acceleration is the change in velocity. This triangle is the change in, okay? Change in velocity over the time taken. It's how much the velocity changes every second. Makes sense, right? Acceleration is how much velocity changes every second, which is the formula that you should know by now. A equals to v minus u over t, because change in velocity is final velocity minus initial velocity. Okay, that's how you find change in anything, final minus initial. So v minus u over t. Okay, this is a formula that you must know. So let's kind of apply this to this question. This question basically tells you that, asks you to find the magnitude of the region in this journey where it is a uniform acceleration. So where's the uniform acceleration? It's when the gradient is a constant, right? So this is the uniform acceleration. To find the acceleration is the change in speed over time. So in this part, how much did the speed change over time, right? So intuitively, you already know that the speed changed it increased by 10 meters per second in 1 second. So the acceleration is an increase of 10 meters per second. But I'm going to use the formula to break that down for you. So but already just by looking by the definition, change in velocity over the time taken, this change in velocity over the time taken, you can already find it, right? So also it's simply the gradient. So, but I'm going to use the formula now. So A equals to V minus U over T. Let's not write that down again. What is your final velocity? Okay, so you're find the change. The change is final minus initial, right? So final minus initial. So it's 20 minus 10. What about your time? How much time did this change happen over? It happened over 1 second. Okay, so it happened over 1 second. So it's just 10 over 1, which is 10 meters per second square. So the answer is C.